Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we have a new problem on Leetcode. In this channel, we try to solve Leetcode problems, teach system design concepts, talk about JavaScript and TypeScript, and basically guide you into how to ace your software engineering interviews. If this sounds interesting for you, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video, and let's start. So problem number 7, reverse integer. Given an assigned integer, 32-byte integer, x called x, return x with its digits reversed if reversing x cases the value to go outside the assigned 32-byte integer range, then we return 0. Okay, so we have a number called x, and if x is outside the range of 32 byte, we should return 0. So let's just try to see this one. 1 2 3, we flip it. 3 to 1, 1 to 3, minus 3 to 1, minus 1 2 3. It will not be 0 1 2 because it doesn't work, so it will be 2 1. So let's see how we can do this one. We can make a while loop, and after that try to take the last number and put it in the beginning, and it will be quite easy. However, we got a problem when we find a 32-byte integer, so we should check for a 32-byte integer, because if it's higher than that, we should return 0. So let's just first let create a variable called rev equals 0, and we return the rev. Okay, so what we should do here, so I'll create a while loop while x doesn't equal 0. Okay, I will say let pop equals x moduled by 10. When you do this one, you get the last element, so you get 3, for example. And I will say x dot math x will equals math dot trunk, yeah, x divided by 10. So basically here we use x trunk to perform integer division in JavaScript. So we just remove x, and after that I will say rev will equals rev multiplied by 10 plus pop, and this should work. Let me run and see it work or not. So it works in all the cases, but just look at these cases. All of them were basically not bigger than 32 integers. If I type submit, it will not work. It works with most of the answers, but some answers it will not work. So how can we solve that? So first I will try, let us check, discuss what we are doing here. So first, the reverse function takes an integer x as an input, aims to reverse the digits of x. If the reversed integer overflows the 32-byte signed integer range, we should return 0, but we doesn't do this currently. It initializes a variable called rev to 0 to store the reversed integer. The main loop, this one, the main loop continues as long as x is not equal to 0 in each iteration. It calculates the last digit of x by taking the remainder when dividing x by 10. So we take the last digit. This is the last digit. After that, it updates x by performing integer division, like the to I want to make sure that I am pronouncing it right. Truncating. Truncating. Okay, so truncating. Okay, so it's not. I wasn't that far away. So we update performing x by performing integer division. We truncating the decimal part by 10. So basically x equals math dot trunc x divided by 10. After that, we need to check the overflow conditions and return 0 for them. So for the first one, I want to know if this number is overflow. So I said if the ref is bigger than math dot pow 2 and 31 minus 1 divided by 10, or rev, let me just rev equals math dot pow 2 to power of 31, okay, minus 1 divided by 10, and pop bigger than 7, we return 0. What is happening here? Let's just try to discuss what's happening here. So this line of code is responsible for checking whether the reversed integer rev has exceeded the maximum limit of the 32 byte signed integer, which is 2 in the power of 31 minus 1, or not. If it has, it returns 0, indicating an overflow condition. So let's talk about step by step. So the first one is that math.bow 31 minus 1. This part calculates the maximum values that a 32 byte signed integer can hold. In JavaScript, math.pow to 31 represent the resigned to the power of 31, which is equivalent to the maximum positive value for 32 byte signed integer. Subtracting 1 from its from it gives the actual maximum value. Okay, so if this was the when we take 1 from it, we represent the actual maximum value, and if rev is bigger than this 1, that means we have a maximum value. For math.bow to 31 minus 1 divided by 10. For this one, this calculates the maximum value for 32 byte signed integer divided by 10. It's used as like a threshold to check whether adding another digit will cause overflow or not. Okay. We have here if rev bigger than math.pow.flow, this part here, this part check if the current reversed integer rev is greater than the threshold value calculated in step 2. If it is, it means that adding one more digit to rev would exceed the maximum limit of 32 signed integer. And this one, rev equals math.pow to 31 minus 1 divided by 7, and top equals bigger than 7. And in the case where rev is equal to the threshold value from step 2. It's right to at the maximum limit. It's exactly at the maximum limit. This additional condition check whether the next digit pop is greater than 7. If it is greater than 7, okay, it's adding this digit would cause a rev to exceed the actual limit. If either of the conditions in the step 3 or step 4 is met, the condition the code returns 0, indicating that an overflow has occurred. Otherwise, it processes within the digit reversal process. In summary, for this line, this check ensures that the reversed integer remains within the 32 byte signed integer range. So we have right now we did this one for the maximum value, and right now we want to do for the min value, and the min value, it will be exactly the same, but it will be minus for everything. Let me put here. I copy it directly because it's actually the same. So let me submit and see if it worked or not. It did work, and we don't beat that much. Why? I guess we beat a lot before. Okay, I'm beating 81%. Sometimes Leetcode has some weird edges. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you like my content. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so you will never miss a video. And yeah, see you in future problems.